night, my heart grew talons and an insatiable appetite for my skin and tried to claw its way outside in my chest. As I lay there, mauled from the inside out at the mercy of a mutiny within my own body, as I thought I was screaming into the night, only to realize a black hand was covering my mouth, only to realize it was my own hand, only to realize that I inaccurately classified the lightning bolts in my blood and burnt flesh and charred bone true. I do not have anxiety attacks anymore, but surprise, black girl, you are an anxiety attack. You just metamorphosized into ink, or tears, or words, or silence, and camouflage yourself on paper, in broken teeth, in bitten lips. New poem. You ever think about mass incarceration as a global phenomenon? Like, they successfully make us feel like prisoners in our own bodies, like our skeletons, our jail cells, like we are guilty until proven innocent, like we are never proven innocent, like we are all on death row, like we are chewing on air like rubber until it gets lodged in our throats, like we are existing until somebody's syringe of a gun lethally injects us. You ever feel like your blackness is an overused metaphor? You ever feel like we should just call blackness PTSD? You ever feel like a curse word in church? Like your complexion is a profanity interrupting society's sermon? Like your skin is the tongue in America's filthy mouth and she tries to wash you out with soap? I mean bullets. New poem. I am tired of trying to use my own tears to douse out the inferno of our blistering bodies. And I am tired of trying to make a melody of the moans, or mourning melanin, or muting my weeping, or weeping. New poem. I know it was just a poem, but sometimes I feel like poems are all I have. When words are your only oxygen, a stutter is like asphyxiation, and haven't I already died enough today? When a mic is the only place you have to be heard, to be human, sometimes it feels like unintentional suicide. And hasn't there been enough bloodshed? I know it's just a poem, but I'm tired of apologizing for existing or explaining why I don't have to apologize. I know it's just a poem, but when a white woman tells me my work is awesome, but she's white, so obviously she liked the poem that wasn't about my blackness, massacre of my men, my marginalization, my murder, my mutilation, my death made her uncomfortable. My stanzas for her, the scratchy tag in her t-shirt, for me, the barrel in my mouth. But please tell me more about how you should try my pain on and take it off as you see fit. How inconvenient. Imagine telling someone with a noose around their neck that you are the one who needs more air. So excuse me if I drink your white tears with my breakfast. I know it's just a poem, but when your ration of hope is running dry and no words seem good enough, but you finally found a few to stitch together that feel like home for 3 minutes out of an eternal damnation, you try not to swallow them. You hope they do not unravel. New poem. You ever feel like social media is a joke and you are the punchline? You ever wonder if they bombard you with so much hate they kill your soul in order to, 1, save money on bullets, 2, save time on cleaning up your blood? I mean, death is death anyway, right? You ever find it funny that white people will go vegan to save animals, then drink a smoothies of strange fruit? New poem. I was babysitting 2 beautiful brown-skinned little boys when I started to flood the room with salt water and melancholy. They wanted to wipe away my sadness, but didn't know how. Neither did I. I couldn't explain to a 5- and 7-year-old that for a second, their bed looked like a casket to me, and so did their father. Ever feel like our love story should take place at the backdrop of a funeral? New poem. Maybe they think blackness is a mental illness that externally manifests on our epidermis. So if you're going to make a straitjacket of my body and then call me crazy for it, at least give me padded rooms. New poem. It's probably past 3 minutes. I don't know if this makes sense anymore. I don't know if I care. I don't care if you snap, because I will. Because after the applause, this poem is still my eulogy. New poem. You ever feel like you don't have any more new poems to write? Like those 26 letters have finally failed you? You ever get tired of poems about black people and police brutality and murder and depression and all that depressing stuff? Because we are tired of writing them, but mostly living them, or dying in them, or both at the same time. Wow.